Welcome back, everyone. We are now live. We weren't live there, but now we're live. We're live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us. We're going to be sharing the show in just a little bit. I have with me now, my next guest is Michael Velasco, and he is the owner of Provident Accounting Services. Welcome to the show. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Yeah, thanks for having me today, Carol. Well, my name is Michael Velasco. I'm one of the partners at Provident Accounting Services. We're a full-service bookkeeping and accounting firm. Handle bookkeeping, tax preparation, tax planning, LLC setups as well. So if you're interested in an entity for yourself as a small business owner, we also do that. And I just have a tremendous passion for helping people with their accounting. Being a small business owner for about 20 years, the first 10 years of existence were really horrible for me in regards to keeping my books right. So
Me too.
yeah. So I think a lot of us, a lot of small business owners have that feeling out there, is that, you know, that's probably the thing that gets pushed to the end of the year, and then in the week before filing date, they're gathering all their documents and stuff. So I was really bad at that, and so I said 10 years ago I decided to change the way I do business, and that's really where I had the passion for helping people with bookkeeping and accounting.
Before you came on, you told me that you save people thousands of dollars. How do you do that?
Well, I think the natural human tendency, especially for small business owners running on thin margins, is how can I save money? And one of the ways is to get rid of any type of accounting fees. But we found that, you know, if you're investing a little bit into your account and into bookkeeping, you actually will end up saving thousands of dollars by setting up your businesses correctly. And doing a good job of calculating all your expenses and monitoring those expenses. We just, it's a much better way to go.
And not doing it yourself.
Yes, you are, if you're a small business owner, you are really good at your small business. You probably aren't good at the accounting side, right? And so that time spent on the accounting each month is way better used, you getting new business for your business, or making your business more efficient than running on your monthly accounting.
It's outsourcing.
Outsourcing, yes. And instead of bringing somebody on staff, we handle that.
Now, you are located in Old Town Scottsdale at the waterfront, but you help anybody nationwide.
Yeah, we have clients from California to New York City. We took 2 new clients on in Florida, so we'll handle the entire country. What's great about the technology nowadays is it's all internet based. We've got an incredible CRM, secure server for uploading tax documents and helping our clients throughout the country.
So your phone number for them to call, it's 480-420-3227. The website is providentaccountingservices.com. You do free consultations.
We do. So any client that wants to come aboard will do it. Typically, it's a half-hour to hour consultation, and that's with myself. And then, if you decide to proceed, we'll get you a bid for services. And decide to proceed, we'll get you an engagement letter, and that's when you start working with our team of accountants.
They're nationwide. They're rated with the Better Business Bureau. Write the number down, because you know what? If you're like me, all you do is focus on what you need to make, right? Which is the money.
Yeah.
And what you're good at. So the phone number to call, it's 480-420-3227. We're going to talk about some different things that you brought up here that might affect them, and that you're going to talk about what they can do with it. So, with the rapid rise in home values, and if I'm interested in selling my home, do you have to pay for capital gains on the sale of your property?
So a lot of people in Phoenix, particularly, if they purchased from 2010 to maybe 2016, they've got a lot of equity in their home. If you buy 2011 or around there, your home has probably doubled in value. And so that's one of the great things that's happened since the crash. And a lot of people that went through that we lost a lot of value. But if you purchased recently, in the last 10 years, you probably have an incredible amount of equity. So for your primary residence, you get an exemption for a single person, $250,000, and for a married couple, you get $500,000, and that's in gain, right, from what you purchased it. So if you purchased a home for $300,000 and it's worth $450,000, whether you're single or married, you don't have to pay taxes on that. So that's a really good thing.
It's a good reason to have bought a home at that time, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think people are, in this market, it's a super hot real estate market in Phoenix. In this market, they're asking that question: is can I get this money out and put it into another home, and am I going to have to pay taxes on it? So it's a great exemption for homeowners, and so one that you guys can take advantage of if you're interested in selling.
Absolutely. So a lot of people are starting new businesses right now, you know, because especially with what's going on.
Yes.
And what are the steps that they should take?
Well, I think the first step you should really take is we need a business plan, right? We need a written business plan. We need a written budget and pro forma. So those are the first things that we got to determine. And then we need probably some working capital. So how, as a small business owner, are you going to get that working capital? Either you have it, you saved it, or you get a financial partner. And so those are the steps that I think about are the first and most important, because we have a lot of small business owners that kind of fire before they aim type thing. So we really want to get them in a good place right out of the gate. And if you're taking on a partner, the state is now requiring when we open an LLC that you have a written operating agreement, which is so important. And
So good that they do that now.
Yeah, they do now. What was happening is there's just so much litigation going on, and the judges are going, what do I do? There's no written operating agreement, and business owners, kind of like marriages, sometimes they end, and things can go badly. So that's what we recommend, and then ultimately we do LLC setups, S corp setups, and we have a really small fee. It's a $350 fee for that in the state of Arizona, and we think that fee, and one of the reasons why we keep it so low is to hopefully potentially get great clients down the road too as they grow their business, and so we try to keep it very affordable. And it's really important you set up those LLCs and corporations correctly, because you can actually, we see it every day.
It makes you a real business, really.
It makes you a real business.
A real business, and it's so important for everybody that's listening right now, whether it's you or someone that I love my show because it's information, and this information is great for people out there, and it might be you or someone that tell them about it. It's so important for the people that are starting their new businesses right now, for sure. And even if you haven't, you need to talk to them because they need to make sure that you are up to snuff. That phone number is 480-420-3227. It's Provident Accounting Services with an S.com. They do free consultations. They're rated with the Better Business Bureau. They're located here right in Scottsdale, Old Town Scottsdale at the waterfront, but they work with people nationwide. Again, their number 480-420-3227. What's the difference then between S Corporation and an LLC?
Well, we were talking about LLC setups, and I think this is the most confusing thing for most new small business owners is I want to start an S Corp. Well, we really maybe just start an LLC, and we're going to take the tax election as an S corporation, and so that it's important. Once you start making probably more than $50,000 to $60,000 in profit in your business, that maybe you transition into an S corporation, and really what the tool is used to help circumvent some of the self-employment taxes is 15.3% on top of your regular earnings. So those things we want to evaluate with the business owner if that's the right way to go, and that's something that we'll visit with each small business owner. So,
what happens if somebody hasn't filed their taxes?
Well, that's I think the first thing we do is get our head out of the sand, right? Because that's what happens with people that haven't filed their taxes. There's probably a reason why, and so we really get their head out of the sand and then figure out how many years are we talking about. If it's more than probably 3 or 4 years, we send them over to a terrific attorney in Scottsdale that was actually a former IRS attorney, and figure out what years we need to file, right? If it's just a couple years, a lot of times we'll just help you get caught up. If there's a balance with the IRS, we'll help you get a payment plan, because that can be a scary place.
Right. And there's a lot of people who haven't done it, and it's because, well, whatever, things happen. Mostly at times we do put our heads in the sand. Don't. Make sure that you take care of it, and that's where they come in and help. Okay, so if someone has a rental property, what is the deductible on the taxes?
Well, I love real estate investing, and so you're going to get some great deductions as a rental property owner. As a primary residence, you're able to deduct the expenses for renting the property out, the repairs on that, the interest on your mortgage, and then one of the great things you get is a depreciation. And so depreciation is over 27 and a half years on a residential property, and if you have a $300,000 property, we're assuming $100,000 of that is land, and the other $200,000 is improvements. We get to deduct that over 27.5 years. So it's a great way not to pay taxes on your income, your rental income, and obviously you get the benefit of paying down the mortgage, and then hopefully the assets appreciating. So.
Here's a really good reason why to call him, because he knows all this stuff, and he makes sure that you're taking care of all these things. When you're doing it on your own, you don't know this. When you go up on Google and you go to Dr. Google and you fill out the forms there and you try and do all your taxes and stuff, you're not getting all the bookkeeping and done everything correctly. You need to make sure that you find somebody who has experience, and that's what they have. Their phone number to call, it's 480-420-3227. It's ProvidentAccountingServices.com. They do free consultations. They're nationwide and they're rated with the Better Business Bureau.